The broad passage limitations on appearances from Hong Kong, Macau and Central Area China will influence both outbound and inbound travel, which will hurt the city's tourism recuperation, industry pioneers have said. They cautioned that the choice to expect appearances to go through polymerase chain reaction PCR tests ahead of time would likewise affect travelers from almost 10 nations heading home from the three areas. This set Hong Kong in a negative position, particularly when rivalry for travelers had warmed up, they added. The most recent model was Seoul's choice to restrict departures from Hong Kong and Macau to the air terminal in the capital. In a blow-for-blow reprisal, Beijing on Tuesday suspended the issuance of certain visas for South Korean and Japanese guests after Seoul quit giving momentary passage licenses to Chinese travelers until basically January 31. The U.S. has required appearances from Central Area China, Hong Kong and Macau to go through coronavirus tests since January 5 and cautioned its residents to rethink going to the country. Australia and India additionally require Chinese travelers to step through exams prior to visiting Hong Kong. The Central Area and Macau turned into the last couple of spots on the planet to lift coronavirus travel limitations. On Sunday, Hong Kong and the Central Area re-established without quarantine cross-line travel. In 2019, mainlanders represented most of the 55.9 million travelers who showed up in the city. Around the same time, the Central Area resumed to unfamiliar travelers without precedent for 3 years. Freddie Howell-Hingning, president of the Hong Kong Travel Agent Owners Association, said the extra standards would cause burden for those traveling all through the city. He said he accepted the move would deter individuals from coming to Hong Kong in light of the fact that they would need to stress over getting PCR tests prior to getting back to the places where they grew up or visiting different nations. He added travelers would be more disposed to pick other well-known objections, for example, Thailand, which had no limitations. CEO John Lee Ka-Chu said the city would restore tourism by sending off a supposed large advancement practice in February when more guests and business travelers were supposed to get back to the city after the 3-year break. The city is supposed to uncover on Thursday subtleties of a much-anticipated high Hong Kong crusade that would offer a scope of advantages for travelers, including free welcome beverages for guests feasting out at in excess of 100 eateries and bars across the city. The Hong Kong Tourism Board's mission will likewise incorporate giving out 500,000 air tickets worth $2.254 million which the air terminal power planned a long time back, to take travelers back to the city. He said he was confident that more travelers would ultimately get back to Hong Kong from February, encouraging the public authority to advance more attractions like the M+ and Hong Kong Royal Residence Exhibition Hall in the West Kowloon Cultural District. Hong Kong saw the finish of various new attractions during the beyond 3 years. Other than the exhibition halls, Hong Kong Disneyland Resort patched up its palace, Pinnacle Tramways redesigned offices and the Chongqing 360 presented its most memorable completely straightforward streetcars in 2022. Macau on Tuesday reported a series of offers to bait Hong Kongers to the city. Inhabitants who purchase a ticket for a ship or transport to the betting center can make the return venture free of charge from Friday until March 31, albeit immediate outings don't qualify. Different nations, for example, Malaysia, are additionally sending off special missions to draw in Hong Kongers.